Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Are you one? Are you two? Are you three? Are you four? I'm playing. Happy
Okay.
birthday.
I'm gonna make my wish before my battery runs out on my phone.
Congrats!
Yay!
Now you're.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to be showing you my garden. It's not an official garden tour, but just showing you what I'm growing so far here in Michigan. I'm in zone 6A, and this will probably be like my third year, growing crops and things in my backyard. I'm still learning and growing every day, so any gardeners that's watching, any tips will be greatly appreciated. Right here is my carrots. I don't know the variety of carrots. I really don't too much pay attention to a variety of things that I'm growing, which I probably should. I just plant them, put the seeds in the ground and see what comes out. These are my onions. I never do really that well with root vegetables. I just learned though watching a YouTube video that I should be pruning the tops and that help with growth. So the rest of the onions that I left inside of the bed or will leave inside of the bed, I will be doing that to see if I see a difference. But yeah, these are like teeny tiny babies and they look like starter onions that you put in the ground to start onion bulbs. That's what they basically are. So yeah, I really feel like I prematurely pulled those out. I probably could have just cut the tops and left them in and but the necks were like very weak, so that's why I pulled them out. Those are more carrots, the same kind that were in the other container. So right now during this time, this is around June. When I filmed this video, it was June 13th. So in the middle of June right now, it's starting to get warmer and warming up and things are taking off. I will definitely be doing another video on an update. I actually want to start doing weekly updates on my garden so you guys can see the progress. So I'm gonna go to the other side and check out these beets. These are Detroit red beets. I do know that variety because I live in Michigan. But we got a little bit of progress on the beets. I never really do so well on beets. It's usually like maybe 2 or 3 that I may get a nice size on. But they're coming along. Those are my collard greens. I always do well on leafy greens. And I had actually just harvested some of the collard greens. You can't tell, but those that I'm looking at now are my cucumbers, and that's the kale on the other side. That's my lettuce and basil. Oh, and also marigold. These over here are my potatoes. I have right there sweet potatoes growing. And then the two in the back, they are not Yukon Gold. I think they are russet potatoes. That is my beans. It's either pole or bush. That's supposed to be a pole bean, but it's not taking off. I actually end up switching that out with cucumber. Over here we have sunflower, marigold, beans, strawberries, just a variety of things. Zinnia. I just wanted to see what all can grow with those. That's my catnip. This is my beautiful, glorious, ever-bearing strawberries that I had from last year. basil, and jalapeno. That right there is lavender. That is coming back from last year. My thyme, my bell peppers. Over here, we also have jalapenos. And I'm doing rosemary. And I want to get like a big bush to grow. And there's a little spider friend coming to visit. It's just saying hello. But I want my rosemary to be a nice big bush. That's why it's in the big container. Those are my garlic, which I'm getting ready to harvest. And I was very proud of how they, turned out. They weren't too bad. That was my first time actually growing garlic. So they, they weren't the biggest, but they weren't the smallest either. They were a nice size. So I was happy about that. That probably was the smallest bulb out of all of them. But I feel like I need to do a better job of maybe fertilizing. And also too, I want to fill my bed with more soil, because as you can see how much soil, what the soil level is, it really dropped down. So it's just that, soil is so expensive. So I'm gonna have to do what I can, but I wanna work on building my soil beds a little higher, adding more compost to them so I can get a better turnout of my harvest. I think one thing I need to work on is my patience when it comes to gardening, because to be a gardener, you definitely have to have patience. And I think I just get a little bit too impatient, and I start to see things growing and I get excited. So it's like, I really feel like these garlic bulbs could have stayed in a little bit longer, because I've seen people on YouTube who didn't harvest theirs until like the stems were fully brown. So, I thought afterwards, like, well, maybe they could have stayed in there a little longer, so they can get a little bigger. But I thought their time was up because they started to turn brown at the bottom. But, it's a learning lesson, and I'm learning every year, I'm learning something new for the next year, But I can say I am progressing, because I'm doing way better than I did last year and the year before that. That right there is my composting bin that I'm sitting that on. Now over here, I'm so proud of, because I could never grow any kind of cabbage. And I'm so proud of my cabbage. I've been protecting them this year, and they are looking so beautiful, and I'm so proud of them. So I did 4 this year. Just, I said, I'm really going to try to get me some cabbage this year, and I'm determined. So yeah, like, they look so beautiful. The color on them is beautiful. I keep them covered, because of the sun. I don't want them to get too hot and they start to wilt, and also to protect them from bugs, and especially the cabbage moth. That's also why I have the bird netting over it, to protect my food from birds, cabbage moths, things like that, so they won't be, picking on my food. Now I'm going into my garage, and I'm going to basically lay them out so they can dry. but I actually went back and I had tied them up. Those and also the onions, I tied them up and hung them in the garage so they can dry for a couple weeks and they can start to cure. Here I'm getting ready to hang my onions. I hung them temporarily I hung them in my kitchen, you'll see, but I ended up moving them, like I said, to the garage with the garlic. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned to the next video where I will continue my garden tour. And don't forget to subscribe and like, comment, please. Any gardeners out there, comment any tips. And also share my video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.